I have another one, okay? Another mistake. All of you, you've heard Swami say reflection, reaction, resound. He says the whole universe is just reflection, reaction, resound. Yes? What does that mean? It's simple, yaar. Don't make it complex. It just means that this whole creation, everything you see around you, is your own mirror. You and that's all, nothing else. It's not what somebody else has done. There is no other. There is no other. There is no other. There's nobody else. It's just the self, and that's all. This creation that you see is just a mirror. Just like when you go and stand in front of the bathroom mirror, if you're wearing a white top, the mirror is going to reflect a white top. Correct, right? So that's all creation is. Everything is reflection, reaction, resound, and every person, every interaction, every experience, every event is just a reflection of what is inside of you. That's it. So if you're having a bad relationship, let's say, what is it in you that's being reflected back to you through this relationship? Understand something very simple. Pay attention to what I'm going to say. How others perceive you is an exact reflection of how you perceive yourself. Okay? How others perceive you is an exact reflection of how you perceive yourself. There's no other way. It's just reflection, reaction, resound. It's the law. When you love yourself, when you appreciate yourself, not in a narcissistic or selfish way, but I'm Swami's divine child. I'm Swami's son. I'm Swami's daughter. Right? When you love yourself like that, automatically you will receive love wherever you go, from everything, the plants, animals, nature, other people. Everything you see is just your own reflection. The noise that we hear on the roads, right, is just a collective reflection of the noise that is in our minds, right? If we were silent inside, then we wouldn't need to go beep, beep, honk, honk on the roads, right? If we were silent inside, there would not be so much tumult, so much chaos, so much turbulence in the world right now. Everything is just a reflection of what we see. The pollution that we see in the world, in the air, in our water, in the soil, is just a reflection of the pollution that is inside of us. That's all, right? In fact, Swami had said once to two of our mentors, he said, when God created this earth, there were no beasts. He said, remember that? He said, there are no beasts. He said, it was only when people started having bestial thoughts that beast came into existence. God did not create demons. He did not create all these things. It was only when we had demonic thoughts. He did not create beast. It's only when we had bestial thoughts that beast came into existence. Interesting, no? Yeah, very interesting. The whole creation is just your own reflection. And the reason we emphasize silence so much is what happens to the world? What happens to creation when you're silent? It goes away, it disappears, no? It disappears. Just like a mirage in a desert, it disappears. Yes. So the practical lesson of this, which many of you are not doing, is to watch. This is where you watch your words, your actions, your thoughts, your character, your heart, because whatever you're putting out is what comes back to you. And it comes back with interest. And it's not our 5-10% interest. It's like 100% interest. It's many times. In fact, Swami said, when you have a bad thought about somebody else, it comes back to you multiplied 7-fold. That's pretty bad interest rate, if you ask me, you know? Yes, just having a bad thought about somebody else, it comes back to you multiplied 7-fold. This is reflection, reaction, resound. This is why we watch our words, actions, thought, character, and heart. Yes? Understood? Now, if you have a bad thought, just do what I do. I do two things. I just laugh at myself saying, I caught you. Swami, you really fooled me that time. You know, you made me see two when there's only one. Help me not to fall for it again. I make it a game. The second thing I do is I just go back to being the witness. It's not my thought. I'm not the mind. I'm not the body. I'm not the personality. I'm not the ego. I am the self. I am God. I am the Parabrahman. I am Atma. I am Satchitanand forever and ever. Yes. This is the simple practice, guys. Simple practice. Keep it simple. All right. So what have we covered so far? Help me to remember. Those of you who are good students taking notes, tell. Point number 1 was watch. Just be the witness, no discussion. Okay? Internal discussion, no external discussion. Point number 2, no public sharing of your deepest spiritual experiences. Keep them here. The only exception is if you have a doubt or question where you need somebody to clarify, and that to a senior who has already experienced. Do not share your experiences with someone who doesn't understand. They will only doubt you, they will feel jealous, or they will lower your own devotion and the quality of your experience. Point number 3 was reflection, reaction, resound. Watch, 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 watch. Always watching what's inside. What I do at the end of the day is I review my day. Okay, what went well? Okay, what didn't go well? What could I have done better? This is a daily practice for me. And in that, I look, well, was there any pride, anger, lust, greed, jealousy, attachment? And then I add sloth just for fun. Okay, so I look at these things. Did I get any of these things? And if so, what happened? And how can I improve them? This is watching, watching, watching while you're doing it, and then afterwards, so that you can keep improving, constantly, constantly, constantly improving. You're already perfect because you are the self. But in this Maya game, we have to constantly work on ourselves. Yeah. Ceaseless effort. Got it? Now you're all going to go home, be self-realized, happy, happy, happy. Yes. What's the greatest seva we can do, by the way? Is it feeding the poor? Is it? Yes, it's self-realization. The greatest seva, Swami says, we can do is to achieve self-realization. Why? He says, when you achieve self-realization, you automatically raise the energy of everyone in your family lineage all the way backwards and forwards in time, all the way back until when they were first incarnated as a stone. That is a seva that you do by achieving self-realization. Yes. The Narayan Seva, the serving the poor, it's like the dhobi wash, that cleans your cloth. It's like that. Do it, but the best seva is to realize the self. Yes. Wonderful. Let's end with Om and Three Shantis, and then we'll go to the cut. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Samasta loka sukhino bhavantu. Samasta loka sukhino bhavantu. Samasta loka sukhino bhavantu. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.